Hello from Bodrum, Turkey. I'm really honored and grateful to be here. I'm extremely exhausted from the last week of travel, and I'm a little bit sad that tomorrow I leave this beautiful city, but I head on to Dr. Dispenza's retreat. So I have to say it's been a whirlwind of an incredible week of traveling through Turkey. Something that I will never forget, and something that I'm going to spend the next many months ahead bringing you lots of educational videos on different places that I've had the honor and privilege to visit the last few days. In a video that I posted for you guys recently, I gave you a little bit of a sneak peek of the tour, and it's turned out far more amazing than I could have ever anticipated. As always, there are interesting little hiccups along the way, and I'm really realizing some of the things that I want to focus more on next year with the group tour, and some things that I want to make sure to add time for that I haven't gotten to experience in this trip. So it's been a really, really magical experience for me, from accommodations to the incredible food to, of course, the amazing sights. And while I don't have a lot of time to really detail everything for you the way that I want to and the way that each location deserves, I want to give you a quick rundown. I did start my trip in Istanbul, and I spent the evening in the city just kind of walking around, getting settled into my flat and getting a nice bite to eat. Actually sharing that dinner with a really nice cat. And the next morning, super early, I spent an entire day touring some of the great, beautiful sites, mosques, and monuments in Istanbul itself. The highlight of which, for me, was the Hagia Sophia. Absolutely magical energy there. And at 6 a.m. the next morning, I got on a bus to head to Çanakkale, and then got to visit the ancient site of Troy. It was, as I anticipated, quite magical for me. It brought up a lot of memories from my childhood and really reminded me why I love history so much, and travel and culture and all the things that I guess have really shaped the person that I've become. So it was quite special for me to experience that. And I had hopped on a group tour in Istanbul that headed back to Istanbul at the end of the day, but I then hopped into a private car to make my way to Ephesus. Initially, after the tour in Çanakkale and of ancient Troy, I was going to rent a car to drive to ancient Ephesus, which is about 5.5, 6 hours. And I realized that I did not want to try to do that after the incredibly long day that I had endured. So luckily I was with the foresight to book a private vehicle. So I had a driver drive me the 6 hours from Troy to ancient Ephesus. And we got in after midnight. The next morning, I did a very, very, very long day tour of ancient Ephesus. And some of the textile manufacturing that exists in Ephesus, they are very well known for Turkish carpet making, as well as leather making, and some of their gorgeous tile work. So after probably 8 or 9 hours of ancient sites, I spent several hours in each of the textile industries to get to see firsthand how these products are made, some of the ancient traditions that have been kept alive from generation after generation after generation for these beautiful carpets, these beautiful paintings, and these beautiful leather goods. And I might have purchased a couple things myself. So I look forward to bringing all of that to you guys in the coming months and really preparing something special for this trip. I already know, for example, how I really want to make the trip the same in terms of the route, but do some things very differently next year to give people a bit more time to breathe or a bit more time in certain locations. It has been a marathon of an experience for me, and I am truly and utterly exhausted. I will not lie. The last couple of days have been pretty difficult in that way, but I've had the energy and the inspiration to just keep on going. However, I don't want to make it sort of a marathon experience for everyone next year. This was just me trying to fit in absolutely everything that I could in the time that I had. And believe me, I've not been able to do everything that I want to do. So I am very inspired and energized by all of that. But today was very special for me personally to get to go to the Bodrum Castle. And as a tourist, I was really had my, guided tour, ear headphones, and really listening to some of the history behind the castle itself, which is beautiful. And some of the other exhibits inside the castle, both nautical archaeology or underwater archaeology, as well as terrestrial archaeology from this region specifically. And I was enjoying all of it thoroughly. And then when I got to the wing of the castle that houses the Bodrum shipwreck, my heart sort of started skipping a little bit. And it was really special for me. It was really magical. And I didn't have enough time inside that archaeological museum either. So next year for me will be really special. I know exactly some of the places I'm going to start my tour of the museum to be able to spend a bit more time in. So I've had such a wonderful day and I'm so grateful for it. I have enjoyed every single second, from the wonderful cats and dogs that live in and around the city, the beautiful people here in Turkey, the amazing food, the beautiful accommodations, the fresh air, all of it. And I'm so, so, so grateful to be able to bring it to you as well. So while today you're just looking at my face for the most part, over the coming months, I promise, as I dig through some of the many hours of footage I've taken, I can bring you some of this beauty as well. And perhaps one day you can come too, whether you choose to come next year for our 2022 yoga, archaeology, anthropology, meditation, history, adventure retreat through Turkey, or you plan to do it some other way. I really do hope that you decide to make the trip to visit this gorgeous country at some point in your life. I know I'll be back. And I have a whole nother week ahead, so I'm pretty excited about that. I wish you guys a gorgeous, gorgeous rest of your day. Namaste.